Okay, this is a video to demonstrate how to install the Arduino bootloader sketch or bootloader, whatever it's called, onto this is going to go onto a MAX32 board. One of the things that I've noticed is that Digilent, the ones that produce this MAX32, they have an old device called a chip kit MAX32, and then they have a new one out that is a MAX32 without the chip kit in front of it. I can't tell what the difference is, but what I am doing is testing this bootloader on a chip kit MAX32, which is one of the older models. I would imagine that they're probably very similar, but that is one difference. Okay, so what I'm doing here is demonstrating that in fact the MAX32 does in fact run a MP IDE program that will blink the LED. You won't be able to see it because I don't have a document camera, but trust me. So this board has a bootloader on it, and I have set it up with the type of board and the communication port. And so I'm going to just run the sketch and download it. Okay, I just paused it there because it takes time for that to happen. What you didn't see, what I saw, was the fact that there are two red LEDs that are on the board that blink quickly as it programs. That did. And what is happening now is there's a green LED on the board that blinks, I think, about every second or so. So the sketch seems to be working. Okay, I'm going to pause and pull some things into the window. Okay, what's shown in the window now is the MPLAB X IDE, and there's this program here which is a normal C program called Blinker. This one doesn't really matter what it is. It's just a program that will compile in the MPLAB, the normal C programming stuff. And what I'm going to do is use the ICD3 to download this code onto the MAX32. So I'm going to unplug the Arduino IDE, and I'm going to plug in the ICD3, which I've just done. And then I'm going to set this file to be the main project. So now what I'm going to do is compile it and download it onto the Arduino device. Okay, I'm going to select the ICD3, say OK, off it goes. So you can see it's compiling, it's trying to program it. Okay, so everything's programmed. If you look at the MAX32, nothing's running. Obviously, I didn't bother to make sure that the LEDs or anything were there, but what I've done is I have downloaded a C code from the MPLAB X. Anyway, so that's there. The next thing I'm going to do is demonstrate that I can get the bootloader back on. Okay, before I try to put the bootloader back on, I'm going to demonstrate that I have in fact deleted the bootloader. I have unplugged the ICD3, I plugged back in the Arduino sketch, and what I do is I come in here and I try to upload this. It compiles fine. It says it's going to try to upload this. The red LEDs are not blinking, and it will I don't think it's actually, I think it's still compiling, but I'll let it go for a little while. Okay, so now it claims that it's sending the information to the board. It's not. None of the LEDs are flashing. It will stay like this. It just hangs up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is move on. So I think I've demonstrated that I've destroyed the bootloader. Now I'm going to try and recover it. Okay. I should have left it running there, but anyway, I unplugged the Arduino plug, and it stopped trying to upload. So now what I'm doing is plugging in the IDE, the MP Lab. Let me pull this back over in the window. This guy right here is a hex file. It's a program. I will send all of this to you zipped up. But here's a program that is a pre-built file. This is the only thing. It's already a hex file that I downloaded off of GitHub. I'll give you the address for that. There's a number of these, and this one is for the, as it says, ChipKit Max32. So I'm going to set this as the main program, and now I'm going to use the MPLab X, and I'm going to download this to the ChipKit. For some reason, it always gives me this error. I'm not sure why. I'll have to look into that. It doesn't matter because it programs every time anyway. So you just say OK. I think it may have something to do with maybe the Arduino is wiping out the ID number or something on the thing. Anyway, so now it's done. This hex file has been downloaded, and what you will see is that I'm going to, as I talk, I'll move it out of the way. Here's the MPLab or the Arduino sketch again. I'm going to unplug the MPLab, the ICD3. I'm going to plug back in the Arduino sketch. I'm going to then compile it and upload it. It's compiling. It takes a while. Okay, the red LEDs are flashing. Done. And now the program is running. The little blinking light, the little green light is blinking. So I've got the bootloader back on. All right. Okay, this is the files that I'm going to zip and send to you. This is the bootloader MP IDE. This is the hex file that I found on the GitHub. And this is a project that I built in the project that I was running. This one right here, the ChipKit Max32. That was a project. The way you do that is if you click on here, you want let's see, pre-built hex loadable image project. That's what you want. Hit next. And then you can just name it or whatever. Make sure that you select the right family. The pre-built hex file has to go with the correct device. So if you change this, you need a different hex file. But anyway, so that's how you build that guy. So I'm just going to get it out of the way. So let's see, get this guy out of the way. So I'm going to zip this up. All right, and I will send that to you in email. And also the other thing was the blinker. I think, yeah, the blinker was this this bogus program that I downloaded on the thing. I don't think you really need it, but I'll zip that up as well. And send these two things to you. I'm going to pause and show you where I found the bootloader. Okay, GitHub is where I found the bootloader. I don't remember exactly what pointed me to that, but GitHub is a public archive of software, and github.com. And then you go to ChipKit. I don't know if it has to be capital or not. ChipKit 32. And then this will show you all kinds of software that's available for the for the ChipKit program. We might check into that later. ChipKit 32, and then since we're looking for the bootloader, it is the PIC 32 AVR dude, don't know why, bootloader dot get. Okay, so this is the bootloader, and then it looks better in the full page, but you know what you can do is get all your bootloaders from here, and there is a source file for all of these bootloaders. So for example here, hex files, you're going to find all of these are already compiled, and they're for the different versions of the chip, the microprocessor. If you go back to this one and you go to bootloaders, here what you'll find is the source files. So here's the source files for generating the bootloaders for each of these boards. So if we need to modify the hex file, this is where we would go get the information to modify the hex file. The sketches, I think what this is for is if you want to upload a sketch using, well, to be honest, I don't know. I thought I knew what these were, but anyway, so that's where you can find the stuff. But I'm going to send you the bootloader that we have, but this documents where to find them if you need a different one. I think that covers